Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about prototypes and why prototypes are so useful. For this video, I recommend that you already know about objects and functions and sort of how they work. So we'll go ahead and start off by creating a function object. So we'll create a function object called, let's do, or let's do pet. So we'll create the species, or we'll give it attributes of species, age, and name. So we'll set up our constructor, and then now we're going to create a prototype, a method that's a prototype of the pet object itself. So to do this, we're going to type the object, which is pet, dot prototype, dot, and then the method name. So for this, we'll use, let's use get name. Now looking at it, we need to add the equal species here. Okay, Okay, so pet.prototype.getName. So basically the whole usage of this method is going to be able to get the name of a species or a pet object that we initialize. So what we can do now, say equals function. Okay, so what do we want this function to do? So we want this function to get the name or the name attribute of this pet object that we create. So now we're going to return this dot name, right? Okay, perfect. So now all we gotta do is create our pet object. So we'll say let pet1 equal new pet, and then we'll say the species is a dog. It has an age of 6, and the name can be Scout. All right. So now, since the getName method is a prototype of the pet object, now it has access to this getName method. So what we can do is we can say console.log this, and then we can say pet1 dot pet1 dot getName, right? What this allows us to do is return the name of our pet object. So you might be wondering, why would we do this instead of doing something more traditional where we might have a class called pet, and then we would do our constructor, which would basically be this piece right here, and then we do our getters and setters, setters, and so on, which would be similar to like this right here. And the reason why is because anytime that we create a new pet object, we have to initialize all this all over again. Whereas if whenever we create a new pet object using a function object, all we now have to do is recreate this constructor right here. We don't necessarily have to recreate these methods, and it saves a lot of time when working with really, really big programs, and it's just very useful. But yeah, just let me know if you guys have any questions down below. Thanks.